If you're asking God to expand you, if you're asking God to stretch you, if you're asking God to extend your territory, if you're asking God to show you more, you have to be very careful about this. And that is not allowing your due diligence in matters that are presented before you to sabotage the opportunities that are in those situations. For example, you might say, God, I want to do this, I want to do that, and then God will answer your prayer, but it will require for you to jump. It will require for you to take a leap of faith. And because you're trying to do your due diligence, the opportunities are passing you by. Because you're focused on being prepared, you're focused on having everything all laid out for you, having the blueprint, having everything just structured for you so that you can move and feel comfortable. Oh, this is God telling me to jump. But one thing I've learned about God when it comes to jumping or taking a leap of faith, when God tells you to jump, he takes care of the landing spot. He might not show you the landing spot, but he will take care of it. So we begin to understand that doing your due diligence in situations where God is answering your prayer can be very challenging, because you will think, oh man, this is not God. I need to do my due diligence. Well, your due diligence in that matter could possibly be for you to jump, not for you to have everything all laid out, for the landing spot to be clear and precise, for you to just go and just lay down. Sometimes it requires for us to take a leap of faith. But while we're taking a good time to structure and analyze the people, maybe God brings someone new into your life, or God tells you to help someone, but you are trying to make sure that they are a Christian, the one that you like, or you're trying to make sure that they are believers, or you're trying to make sure that they vote like you, you're trying to make sure that they think like you, you're trying to make sure that you see something that makes you go, oh, okay, I can do this. You have to learn to just go with the flow. And for me, when I say go with the flow, I'm referring to the movement of the Holy Spirit. Because when the Holy Spirit moves you, he doesn't give you scripts. Now we're going to do this first, and then wait for this to happen, then we're going to do that. When the Holy Spirit flows, it just goes without restrictions. It goes without worrying about your own sensitivities. The Holy Spirit is not worried about if somebody votes like you, thinks like you. Whoever the Holy Spirit brings in front of you is who he brings in front of you. Wherever he takes you, wherever he takes you. You know, it makes me think of the concept of baptism. You know, when Jesus Christ said, you must be born of water. How does water move? Wherever there's a what? Any crack, water can flow through there. No restrictions. It's not worried. But we have a tendency to want to have everything laid out for us to be able to jump. So just to reiterate, do not allow your good traits of being a researcher, or being someone who does their due diligence, don't allow that to impede on what you've been praying for God to do for you. Because guess what happens? When God sends you something that requires you to jump, the enemy will remind you of all your good qualities. Remind you of all your good qualities. Look, you have to research, you have to do this before, and all of a sudden you are bogged down with all of the paperwork in your mind and all the stuff that you have to do, that you're not moving as fast and as smooth as the Holy Spirit is moving. So while you're busy calculating and deciding if you should help somebody or not, give to somebody or not, support somebody or not, be kind to somebody or not, or go into in a business or whatever the case might be, if it's God telling you to jump, jump. And he will take care of the landing spot. So I just want to encourage you not to allow your desire to be diligent, your desire to count the cost, your desire to have everything mapped out for you. Don't let that sabotage the greater blessings that God has for you, the great opportunities that God has for you.